Mounted soldiers would ride to an enemy camp in a pre-dawn raid, remove the pegs which held the tent in place with the tips of sharp spears on horseback, and then the foot soldiers would run on in and attack the enemy as they struggled to get out from underneath their collapsed tents.
Of course, it's a sport, Lindsay, that really came to the fore at the Battle of Bathsheba in World War I, when our Australian Lighthorse infantry were coming across the desert, and the Turks at the time thought those Australian infantry are going to have to stop and set up their weapons to take the heavy artillery fire. But our Lighthorse, after 2 days of no food, no water, kept on charging, caught them off guard, dropped the tents with minimal loss to either side, took the wells of Bathsheba, and really made a name for their own country here in Australia, very young at the time, in the early 1900s, as being some of the toughest in the world.
Well, they're led out this evening in our parade by the Lighthorse team, steeped in history. They travel all over Australia proudly in these uniforms, wearing the very same saddles and bridles and uniforms that our men and their horses wore back in 1915.
Well, the sport today is the sport of tent pegging. This is the final tonight. We have the prestigious awards that we will award here for the final time at the Sydney Royal Easter Show. What is the sport, I hear you ask? Well, each of our competitors is riding into the arena with a lance. That's about an 8-foot-long spear. They're going to come in a team of 4. They're going to start down there at the Vincent Fairfax stand of the arena down that end. They're going to line up, and as a team, they're going to gallop down here on their horse, travelling, Lindsay Douglas, at about 30 kilometres an hour. From there, they are going to try and pull this peg out of the ground. Now you can see as we look down here, there are 4 pegs in a row. What they are trying to do is that the first rider strikes this peg here, draws it out of the ground, and they've got to carry it at least 20 metres. The second rider does the same with the second, the third with the third, and the final one, the fourth rider, trying to drag this 4th peg out of the ground. Now, if each rider can strike the peg, draw it out of the ground, and carry it the 20 metres down the arena here, they will get 6 points. 4 times 6, 24 points are added together here tonight. Now, if you thought that was not complicated enough, when they get down here to the big screen where our cameraman is standing so gallantly down there, all on his lonesome at the moment, they will present their lances. The pegs will be removed. As a team, they will wheel around, and on their second pass, they are going to come down the arena here, 4 horses, 4 riders, and if you look here on the Martin Angus side of the arena, there are 4 pegs side by side. The same rules apply. Strike the peg, leave it in the ground, that's 2 points. Strike the peg, draw it out of the ground but don't carry it for 20 metres, that is 4 points. Strike the peg, draw it out of the ground, carry it for 20 metres, that is 6 points. 48 in total, 24 and 24. There are 8 points for how well you do it as a team, the drill score. And Lindsay Douglas, our first team, make their way to the line.
They've been at the top of the podium every single night of 3 nights of competition. Sitting in second currently, this is the team in red from Tamworth.
Well, Scotty Miller, Barry Biffin, Bryson is on 279.5. That final rider, Todd Carey and Gallagher, yet to miss a peg. 3 nights of competition. We add the score from the first night, the score from the second night, the score from the third night. They are currently sitting in second place. The team from Tamworth on 279.5 points. Now Sydney, we have welcomed you from around the world, around the country, and our proud New South Welshmen here to the Giants Stadium. Now, normally when I've got horses in the arena, I say we'll just keep it nice, sedate, round of applause. We don't need to get too loud. But I can tell you tonight, these are seasoned competitors. And if they get to the other end and all 4 pegs are in the air, you have my permission to raise the roof off the stadium here tonight as we go for the final night tent pegging at the Sydney Royal Easter Show.
Well, let me introduce you to this great team from Tamworth. Scotty Miller out in front on Mr. Wilson. Barry Biffin on Aussie. Bryson Rosa on Perry and Todd Carey on Gallagher.
All right, Scotty's out in front. He leads the charge for the final night here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show from Tamworth. 6 for a carry. Barry 6 for a carry. Bryson 6 for a carry. Come on, Todd! Oh, 24 the score. There'll be no arguing with the drill judge here tonight. Or our peg judge, I should say, Judy Giffen. 4 pegs at the end of the arena. 24 points for the team from Tamworth. And Lindsay Douglas, Todd Carey still yet to miss a peg. It is a pressure time here on the final night.
Oh, Todd's a wonderful competitor riding there in position number 4. 12 years of 10 pegging, loves his polocross. And this stock horse gelding that he's riding is actually his polocross horse.
Well, they're multi-discipline. Now, I mentioned before, there's a best possible 8 score, 8 penalty, 8 points up for grabs. We have one of the legends here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show, Mr. Wayne Biffin. And a big thank you to his gorgeous wife, Judy, who is our scribe tonight. She keeps our maths up to date. So the team from Tamworth have the 24 from the first run. Can they give us a third perfect score here on a beautiful green balmy night at the Sydney Royal Easter Show? Hey Sydney, keep your eyes on the team from Tamworth. 4 horses, 4 riders. If it's not hard enough worrying about yourself, you've got 3 mates, 3 horses side by side as they come down. Come on Tamworth! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, 24 the score. There'll be no argument there. 48 points, and we'll get the drill score shortly.
Well, while we're waiting for the score, let me introduce you to the historic team lined up next. The Lighthorse team led out by Mike Rowland on his pony Extra, Sam Collett on Nelson, Travis Dixon on Conway, and David Thurn on Andy. They're currently sitting in 3rd place after 3 nights of competition.
We'll get that score for you in a moment. We now keep our eye on. I can tell you it was a 5.5, but Mike Rowland out in front with a swing with no team. Come on, Lighthorse, that's Sam. Come on, Travis. Come on, David. Oh, good recovery. 3.
This section that you see here travel thousands of kilometres each year, competing and parading to ensure the history of Australia is remembered.
Well, the score from Tamworth, 48 for Pence, 5.5 for Drill, 333 when you add that to the 279.5. The team from Tamworth, 333 points. And they are now the one to beat. That is a great score. The pressure goes on to our overnight leader, the team from the Hunter Valley, not wanting to be undone. Mike Rowland. 7 children, 11 grandchildren. Don't worry about them right now, Mike. You just worry about the 3 mates behind you, Sam, Travis and David. Our team are dressed in their original attire. The Lighthorse team, hey Sydney, keep your eye on them. That is right. You guys are learning very quickly. 48 to 12 for the first run, 24 for the second run.
Well, we head on down south now to northeast Victoria. A team.
So the score comes in, Lindsay, sorry, very quickly. 36 for Pegs, 4 for Drill, 40 for them tonight. We add that to the 260.5 to put them on 300.5. 300.5, the team for the Lighthorse.
Well, the team sitting in 4th currently is Northeast Victoria Team Droverman. Each of these horses is related, all bred by the one gentleman. Son out front, Mum in 3rd position.
All right, here they go. Aiden out in front, Winchester, the team leader. Here they go, 6 for a carry. Donna, 6 for a carry. Come on, Mum, 6 for a carry. Come on, Bruce. That is what they were looking for. Their eye is on fire tonight. 24 the score for the team from the Northeast Victoria.
That horse out front with young Aiden Stats, the rider's only 22 years old, but he's been riding this horse since he was 4 years old, and he tells me that Winchester, or Winnie, as she's known at home,
that's a cute name, isn't it? Winnie
loves eating Fruit Loops.
Now that is even more random, Lindsay. Where do you get your information from?
I spend a lot of time at the stables doing Riverman.
Well, I have been out in this arena all day, and it is great to have a wonderful crowd here that is appreciating the 10 pegging here tonight. The team from Northeast Victoria, Aidan, Donna, Christine and Bruce. 4 horses, 4 riders. Line on up now. They'll wheel on the right-hand rein. They'll sit up here. The grey, the buckskin and the chestnut. Might not be the prettiest horses you've ever seen, but man, they're brave as they run on down here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes! The time to shine, Northeast Victoria. 48 points.
Well, as we await the score, Hunter Valley lines up next. Stephen Ninnis on Alley. Katrina McIntyre on Flynn. Andrew McIntyre on Billy. And Darren Barker riding Playmate. They're currently sitting in first place after last night. Can they maintain that lead?
Oh, really? First place. Yeah, they look good.
48 for pegs, 5 for drill, 53 the total, 293 and a half, 293 and a half for the team from Northeast Victoria.
Well, this is a team steeped in history, started back in 1971.
We have one other rider on the best possible, Darren Barker, the rider number 4. He has not missed a peg. Steve Ninnis out in front, 6 for a carry. Katrina now, 6 for a... Oh, she's struck, she's drawn, it's dropped out. Darren? Oh, that is his first swing and a miss for the entire week. Hey, Sydney, put your hands together for the team from the Hunter Valley. Definite 12. Could be another 6 because if the peg collapses, Lindsay, and it's the fault of the peg and not the pegger, they will get the best possible score of 6. We'll check with our drill judge, Judy Biffin.
Team Dragoman, whatever happens, this has absolutely opened up the playing field this evening. They were sitting pretty in first after night 3. Now, suddenly, there's an opportunity. They were the winners of the Sydney Royal Competition 2 years ago, took out second last year.
6, 4, 6, 0, 16 for pegs. 6, 4, 6, 0. Struck and drew that second rider there, Katrina. Couldn't carry it, so 16 for pegs. All right, Sydney, keep your eye on them. Second last team to go in the Lancers. We'll tell you what happens straight after that. Here they come, the team from the Hunter Valley. Ah, yes! The softer ground here tonight is being sensational for our 10 peggers. 24, we add that to the 16, gives us 30 for pegs.
For the final time in round 1 of night 4, this is the team from Maitland, been campaigning here since 2016. Wayne Mills will be out in front. His lovely horse Ace comes to us from Gyra, northern New South Wales. First year ever campaigning at Sydney Royal.
40 for pegs, 5.5 for drill, 333 and a half. The team from the Hunter Valley hold on to the lead by 0.5 of a point. Lindsay Douglas, strap yourself in. Sydney, this is going to come down to a nail-biting finish as we welcome out the team from Maitland with 225 points. It is Ace out in front, 6 for a carry. Now it's Punch, 6 for a carry, 6 for a carry. Come on, Primrose. Your horses are as much a counterpart in this competition. You need a horse that runs hard, that runs straight. 24 the points for the team from Maitland. Well, it's also wonderful to welcome Christina State here from South Australia, our presentation judge. That will be awarded each night. Each team is independently judged from somewhere else around the arena, and we will make our best presented presentation straight at the conclusion of this round tonight. The final run with Lancers will tell you what's going to happen once we put the Lancers away. Those down there in the Vincent Fairfax, they have a little bit of an eye on it. They've got the competitors, they've made the switch, but right now, the great people of Sydney, of New South Wales and everywhere else, wherever you come from, near and far, we are watching the team from Maitland. Wayne, Steve, Sean and Casey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I thought I called it. 18 will check with George Rathbone, that final peg. 24 and 18 are definite. Depending on what they get, 40 or 42 points is up for grabs.
Hey, we've got Tamworth back out now for round 2. Scotty Miller, very different. Bryson Rosa and Todd Kerry. Looking very comfortable on point score at this stage. All 4 of these team members have represented Australia around the world. In South Africa, India, Pakistan, Oman, Egypt and Germany. And every one of them has been inducted into the Sporting Hall of Fame.
Well, the score comes in 48.5 for tonight's run, 273.5.
Run out of battery, I'll be very...
All right, so the check of the score, Tamworth on 333, Lighthorse on 300.5, the North East Victoria team on 293.5, the current leaders of the competition, the Hunter Valley, on 333.5, and that team there, the team from Maitland, on 273.5, just half a point behind the winners. They now get rid of the lanes, they pick up the sword. Here we go, Sydney, sits for a carry for Scott. Mr. Barry, 6 hours at miss. Oh,